Hello and welcome to a tutorial about making a 5-stitch bobble from Imagine Landscapes. As you would imagine, we will be creating a 5-stitch bobble in this, and if you were coming to this for a gnome pattern, you are probably, in 99% of all cases I can imagine, you're making a gnome nose. So what does a 5-stitch bobble look like? Well, we need to knit into the front of a stitch as we normally would. But then we need to knit into the back of the stitch. So now we have 2 stitches, but we need 5. So we knit into the front again. Then we knit into the back again. Now that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do? We knit into the front one more time. So now we have 5 stitches on our needle that we created out of 1, and for the time being we're going to ignore all the other stitches on the right needle and all the other stitches on the left needle. All we care about are these 5 stitches. And what we need to do is we need to work stockinette for a little while in this bobble. So we're going to turn our work, and that's what this looks like. It sort of almost looks like a cast on row of stitches there sticking out above. So now we need to purl those 5 stitches. So we just purl across and make sure that you only purl those 5 stitches. It doesn't matter what the rest of the yarn is doing. The rest of those stitches, it's just these 5 that we care about. We don't care about these ones. Then we turn our work again, and I'm going to bring the yarn behind. Then we need to knit these 5 stitches. Now we need to flip it and purl those 5 stitches again. And we need to knit them. We create 4 rows of stockinette when we are doing this. So turn it again, and now I will knit across. And now I will not flip. What I will do instead is I will take my left needle tip, and we're not even really going to use the working yarn, so you don't even need to hold the yarn if you don't want to. So take the left needle tip, and we have these 5 stitches, so we're going to go into the second one on the right needle. We're going to scoop it up and bring it up and over that first stitch on the needle as though we're binding off. Then we do the same thing again. We go into what was the 3rd stitch on the needle, but now it's the 2nd. And we hop it over, and the last one, yeah, you guessed it, we're going to hop that over. So we've gone from 1 stitch to 5 stitches back down to 1 stitch. Now you will notice that this little, almost like a little circle of stitches kind of wants to buckle this way, but we don't want that. We want the bobble to come out to the front of our knitting. So it can help to kind of pinch the bobble forwards. And then the next thing you do is you work on as normal, whatever your pattern tells you. So in this pattern, I'm going to knit across the row, and then we will have a look at that bobble. So bobble is rapidly increasing the stitches, creating a little bit of stockinette, rapidly decreasing them, and having a little, well, a bobble. As I said, if you're encountering it from one of my patterns, it'll be a gnome nose, but who knows, in the future I may design something else with this sort of a bobble. I hope that helps. Happy knitting, happy bobbling.